So here's a quick video on how to modify your Garelick pole. A lot of people love these poles because they're pretty light, pretty stiff, quick twist lock. But what they don't usually like about it is the fact that it just comes with a just standard Acme thread. You can of course use some kind of a plastic cone tip or a wood cone tip. Screw that on. But still some people don't like those. They find that the tools are falling off. So what I've done here is I've cut this here on my chop saw. I've cut it nice and straight. Here you just need about an inch and 5/8 inch and 3/4 from about the black point here to get past this plastic piece. Now I prefer the Unger locking cone tip. Now I have seen a video where someone's done it with an Ettore. But what you'll find is that this does not fit on top of this tubing here. The tubing is too big, or the input of the tip here is too small, depending on your perspective. But I do like the Unger tip. So what I ended up doing was I grabbed my old handy dandy Dremel tool, and you can see I have one of those sanding bits there, and I basically just sand it all inside here. Now what you'll notice is that when you do grind it down inside, it doesn't really get sanded or dusted off. It really just melts the plastic. You can even see some melted plastic on here. So every few minutes there, you're going to have to just go in there with a knife or a flathead screwdriver and just kind of break away the melted plastic. Eventually you will get this to be big enough inside to be able to slip over the end here, which I'm going to do now. Okay, so there's the end onto the pole. Now the last thing for me to do is probably just drill maybe pre-drill a couple of screw holes. I can either rivet it in, but more than likely I'm going to end up screwing it in with some kind of machine screw. But let's see how that goes. Okay, so as you can see here in the end, I did end up riveting the pole tip on. What I noticed was that on the side of the pole tip there's a line there, and I figured that would be a weak spot, so I just made sure that my rivet wasn't on the writing area. It was just kind of in a blank area away from any seams on the plastic to avoid any kind of cracking. But there it is. It's pretty solid Unger pole tip on a Garelick pole. Now I will advise you that you will have to put up with the smell of burning plastic. If that doesn't bother you, then go ahead, and you might want to grab a couple pole tips just in case you make a boo-boo and you have to experiment a little bit. This was just kind of a hit or miss. It's total DIY. It's not something I'd say you should do. It's just something for those of you who are really particular about your pole tips. It might be something you want to try. Okay, thanks for watching.